Here we go, new season, new shirt, new recipes. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Mert Meals. Everyone's had pizza. Let me just name a few you might know. Domino's, trash. Pizza Hut, trash. CC's Pizza, 1 second. Trash. Today we're not dealing with all the nonsense and BS that they're giving you at the store. We're making our own dough today, grating our own cheese, cutting our own pepperoni. We're making our own custom pepperoni pizza that's gonna blow the walls off your house. But the one question I have for you guys today is, who's hungry? So to start out making your homemade dough, you're gonna need these ingredients. 2.5 cups of 00 Tipo Flour. You can use all-purpose flour if that's what you have in hand, but 00 Tipo Flour gives it a little better texture, a little better taste of your dough that you're making. Pour it into your large bowl, then gonna be followed by 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whisk it up so it's all homogenized here. 1 cup of warm water, should be around 100 degrees, followed by 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Proceed to get a spoon and mix it, and let that stand for 5 minutes until it starts bubbling up. So after 5 minutes of the yeast rising, it should look something like this with a slight skim of bubbles on the surface. What you're gonna wanna do now is pour that into your flour mixture. And you're not gonna need any equipment or a blender or anything like that. You kind of use your hands and mix it around, and it's gonna form a wet dough. You're gonna wanna dump all the contents out of your bowl and knead for 5 minutes until it turns into one nice cohesive ball of dough. So after 5 minutes of kneading, you should have a nice smooth dough ball that looks like this. Get a metal bowl and layer it with some olive oil. Get your dough and place it in here, mix it around a little bit. Proceed to cover it with saran wrap and let this sit for 2 hours until it doubles in size. So while you're letting the dough rise, the second thing you're gonna do is make the actual sauce. So the sauce is first gonna consist of 28 ounces or one of these cans of San Marzono tomatoes. Just get the whole can and dump it into your blender. 3 whole cloves of garlic, some salt to taste, some sugar, some oregano, red pepper flakes, and some black cracked pepper. Then you proceed to blend together. Put it in another bowl and save it for later. So after 2 hours of letting your dough rise, this is what it looks like. Look at that. Remove your dough from your bowl and cut it into 2 even pieces. Then proceed to kind of make another ball. Sprinkle some flour on the bottom of it and place both of the balls of dough. Cover it with saran wrap and let them proof for 30 minutes. So for this pizza, I'm using 3 different types of cheese. I'm first using mozzarella, extra sharp cheddar, and some Monterey Jack. You're gonna wanna get equal parts of all 3 cheeses, usually 1 cup each of each cheese for each pizza that you're making. This is the cheese that you end up with. Make sure you give it a good mix. Then proceed to kind of cut the pepperoni the size that you want to. I like some thick slices of pepperoni because it gets that little pocket of fat and juice inside the little pepperoni that forms like the little cups that, you know, just makes a pizza like unbelievable. The next thing you're gonna wanna make is a butter garlic sauce that you're kinda gonna slather around the crust of the pizza once it comes out of the oven. Some butter, 2 to 3 cloves of pressed garlic. Put this in the oven and let it melt for a little bit. Should look something around like this. Then proceed to chop up some fresh parsley. Give it a mix. So after 30 minutes, your pizza dough should look just like this after proofing. As you see, it did rise a little bit. Take one of them out, and you're gonna wanna get some cornmeal and throw it on the bottom of your cutting board to prevent it from sticking. What you wanna do now is kind of place it on your cutting board and slowly press with your fingers to form the dough into a pizza shape while flattening it. You're gonna wanna leave kind of an inch area around the outside to form your actual crust. And try to stretch it out as much as you can without tearing the dough in the middle. Should form something just around like this. What you're gonna wanna do now is apply the sauce that you made earlier onto the pizza and spread it around to your desired liking. Put a generous amount of cheese on this thing. I like my pizza cheesy, stringy, delicious, oily on the top. That's what I'm looking for. More cheese?
No.
Good?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Then proceed to put as many pepperonis as you possibly want on here. And that right there is what you're looking at before you put it into the oven. So what you're gonna do now is either you're gonna pizza stone or something in the oven that you can put the pizza on top of. A pizza stone is kind of something that you want because it's gonna heat the bottom of the pizza and give it that nice crust that you're looking for. You're ideally gonna wanna heat that pizza stone up to as hot as it possibly can go in your oven for around an hour. So you're gonna wanna put this pizza in the oven for 5 to 6 minutes, and then the last minute, you're gonna wanna hit broil so the cheese gets nice melty and delicious on top. All right, so this is what you end up with. Look at that. You see like the pepperoni juice and the little cups that it forms. Unreal. Let this sit so it doesn't burn your absolute face off when you take a bite of this, and enjoy. Once you've taken the pizza out of the oven, this is what it looks like. Immediately get your garlic, parsley, and butter sauce and sprinkle it on the outside of the pizza. After your pizza's cooled down for 10 minutes or so, because this cheese is like molten lava, you can give it some cuts here. Oh boy. Oh baby. Just look at the crust, the whole pizza, the cheese, the pepperoni. All right, let's see what this thing tastes like. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. Oh my god, that's good. The first thing that hits you is the sauce. The sauce I made is perfect, has a nice tang to it, a little bit of sweetness, and the red pepper flake that I added in there just kind of brings it all together. I did add a lot of cheese on this pizza. It's probably something I would change next time I do make this pizza. Is not as much cheese because it kind of had a lot of oil that built up on top of the pizza, throughout the cheese with the pepperoni, all the juices that are coming out. And again, I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay hungry, everyone.